Hello, cinema friends. Welcome to another edition of Cinesundry. I'm your host, Makus Seaberry, and today we've got that classic tale of unrequited love as we review Cyrano. Okay, now before we review Cyrano, I want to remind you about our rating system. There it is. Now, the top score, that is our tour. That is for those projects that are the best of the best, just top tier, probably some of the best projects you've seen all year. And that middle score, appropriately enough, is middling. That is for those things that had potential or promise, but didn't quite deliver on that potential or promise. And that bottom rating is hack. That is for those terrible, dismal, abysmal, god-awful projects that probably shouldn't have been made in the first place. And well, now that you know our ratings, let's get into the rundown. Okay, Cyrano is telling the classic tale of unrequited love between Cyrano de Bergerac and Roxanne, but this time as a musical. And let's get into the script and acting. I really enjoyed the script. I thought it flowed. I thought it was very interesting and riveting. And I love the fact that all the musical numbers weren't big and just in your face and over the top. Some were kind of on a smaller scale, and some almost seemed to represent some characters' innermost thoughts. I thought that was a nice choice. Thought it was a nice contrast, because most musicals are just, loud, over the top, and everybody waving their hands in there. But this one managed to find some quiet moments that were still musical. And also, let's talk about the acting. I really dug this cast. First of all, we have Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage is Cyrano de Bergerac. Now, you know him from Avengers Infinity War. You know him from the Game of Thrones TV series, films such as Death at a Funeral. Now, what makes this version different is, of course, normally it's Cyrano and the big nose. But since Peter Dinklage is a little person in real life, that is kind of the issue in this film. People tend to take him for granted or overlook him because of his stature. But in spite of his stature, Peter Dinklage's Cyrano is a very confident, strong-willed, take charge guy, except for when it comes to his feelings for Roxanne. And that's an interesting contrast. And also we have Haley Bennett as Roxanne. She is friendly, warm, tough, and also I love the fact that this Roxanne is determined to follow her heart, even though the pressures of the time tell her to marry for financial security, but she's sticking to her guns and holding out for true love. And also we have Kelvin Harrison Jr. as Christian. Now, you may know him from The Photograph or The Trial of the Chicago 7. He's Christian. Christian also has feelings for Roxanne, and Roxanne has feelings for him, but of course the problem is Christian is more of a soldier than a scholar, and he feels that he's not eloquent enough and he doesn't have the heart or mind of a poet, so he can't truly express his feelings to Roxanne. And when he tries to use his own words, he fails miserably. And next we have Ben Mendelsohn as De Guiche. De Guiche represents that financial security that Roxanne could have. He is the safe choice. He is a man of considerable wealth and stature. He wants to join his family with Roxanne to, live in holy matrimony. But sadly, Roxanne feels nothing for him. There is no spark. And last, we have Monica Dolan as Marie. Now, Marie is Roxanne's attendant, maid, girl Friday, if you will. And of course, while she kind of wants Roxanne to make the safe financially secure choice, she has resolved to stand by Roxanne no matter what choice she makes. And let's talk about the director technique. The director is Joe Wright, and he's done period pieces like Anna Karenina and Pride and Prejudice. He's also done films like Hannah. He is experienced in this area, in this genre, period pieces, and he does a great job. I love the fact that the tones and colors kind of change. Like it's bright and in your face in big scenes, and it's more dark, muted tones in serious and grim scenes. I thought that was a good choice. And just overall, the sets and scenes feel epic. The whole feel of the movie just feels epic and grand, and it just feels like an interesting ride, an interesting peek into this world. And let's talk about sentiment and rating. My sentiment when this film hit it, honestly, was one of, I guess, a little sadness, if you know how Cyrano is, but mainly just joy, being pleased. Full disclosure, I'm a former theater kid, I'm an actor, I love music, had to built out a tune or two on the stage myself. It's fun, it's an interesting movie, and of course the whole unrequited love thing. Who can relate to that? Who hasn't had somebody that you had feelings for and it just never worked out? You couldn't get your wires uncrossed. It is a tale that we all can relate to. And I think it was done well. I think it was done in a great way. And Peter Dinklage is just amazing. Now, I know some people kind of tend to just overlook him because of his size, but that's a foolish error. He is cold. He is great. He kicks butt in this film. And I just think the whole production, writing, action, everything is top tier. And when I feel like things are top tier, you know what rating that gets? It gets the rating of auteur. I think it's a great film. You should try to see it if you can. It'll be a good time. It'll be a great experience. It'll be a grand spectacle. Well, all right, that's going to do it for me on this episode of Cinesundry. I've been your host, Makus Seaberry, and as always, we ask that you comment on the video, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, guys, take some time. Treat yourself to a movie. See you next time.